Hey guys, so today I'm at Caterham and Lotus in Silverstone, where they've very kindly lent me this 360S Caterham 7. I'm very excited to have a go at this, so let's have a quick look around and then we'll get going. Now looks-wise for Caterham, there's not much to it. You have the white stripes on this one, which I think actually make it look really cool, especially with the white 7 just there. They're only 14-inch alloys, so they're only little tiny wheels there, but they suit perfectly for the car and they do everything they need to. Now with the Caterham, there's no big wing, there's no splitter, no sort of downforce there, but it has lots of mechanical grip. But they just look funky, and I think they look like no other car does that you see on the roads or a track. You can see a breakdown of the interior there. Funniest thing is, there's no lock button on the key.
This car has got the 2-litre Ford Duratec engine in it, so it's running about 180 horsepower. So they've gone for the more muscly engine. It just means things like you can use your torque a lot more and make the most of the engine rather than relying on that power. And it's got a lot of grunt actually. The car only weighs about 560 kilograms, so that power to weight ratio is where it really counts. And you can really feel the difference. 0 to 60 is sitting about 4.8, which is crazy. This is the mid-spec Caterham as well, so it's the in-between. It's not the fastest like the 620, but it's not the slowest either like the 270. So it's that happy medium, and I think, especially with the S, they've kept it so you can use it on the road, but it's got everything you need there if you want to beast it around a track. So because it's the S, it does have the sort of weather impact, so you do have a windscreen, you have doors, if you can call them that. When I first sat in it and pulled it out of the showroom, I wasn't sure, but now, it's growing on me. Definitely find all the buttons a bit weird, because like I say, the steering wheel's tiny. I've never had such a small steering wheel, even compared to the Lotus. And there's no indicators talking it, no horn, nothing. There's nowhere to put your foot either, it just kind of has to hover over the clutch, so that indicator noise is very irritating. Rev matching's easy, so is heel toe, but again, you don't want big feet in this car, you don't want to be a clown, that's for sure. Okay guys. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! That's windy! It's quite scary too! It's kind of great though, because you can see everything around you, you can see all your wheels, the front and everything, so you know exactly where the car's going to go. Which, on the motorway, obviously, can be beneficial, but on a track that's going to help your handling so much, but it's a bit loud, but it's fun. I think this already concludes. If you did a lot of motorway miles, would you want a Caterham as a daily? Probably not, considering it's only in 180 horsepower. The torque from it really does shine through, because even in fifth, I've still got a lot of power under my foot. Everyone's hanging out of the van to see it. I mean, they don't quite expect to see someone like me driving it. To be fair, at lower speeds, so we're at 40 now, it's quite quiet. It's quite surprising. Because it's the S, it is the road spec car, and the suspension on it is fantastic. It's made so that you can still drive it around every day and not be ridiculously comfortable. And the seats have got so much padding and support, and I mean, I've been going over potholes and bumps and all sorts, and you don't feel it at all. I'm really surprised by that. Wasn't ever sure how I'd feel about Caterham with having the roof off, but with the weather being like it is today, this is awesome. I've really chose the perfect day to take this out. this is actually the standard body one. You can get the wide body option. Sometimes with a wide body, because it's that bit longer as well, you struggle with the pedals. I mean, I'm 5'7" and I've got long legs, and I've got the seat all the way forward and I can only just reach the pedals, and I mean just. So they've kind of got like a weird expectation for the driver they want in a Caterham. They want you to be tall, long legs, tiny feet, and very small bum. I don't feel like I fit all of that. Oh God, my hair. Now if you want to sort of grade for the more track spec version, which is the R, it comes with things like limited slip diff, you've got the more sports suspension, so it won't be as lovely as this one. You have things like the roll bar as well, where you can mount your GoPro, different things like that. Everything else, like the engine, is identical. So it's just making it that bit harsher for track. And what I'm really liking about this is it's really usable on the roads. It'd be a perfect weekend car, but it's also got the capabilities that if you want to beast it around the track, this car will be more than capable. I really want to. I think that's on my bucket list now, is to go on track in a Caterham. I must admit there's a few annoying rattles, but I guess that's what you get. Let's look a little bit at the inside. So again, you can see the size of that steering wheel is absolutely tiny. It gives you the perfect handling position, and it's a really nice Momo steering wheel. That's the one thing that I'm finding weird, as you can hear, is there's no indicators or anything around it. So this is your indicator switch here, which makes a horrible noise. You have got your start button here, and the strangest thing at all is that is your horn. So imagine being mad at someone and trying to press here and nope, little button here, but that's not too bad. You've got all your fans and everything. It has a heater as well. Again, it can cool, but I think without having the roof on in weather like this, that's all the aircon you need. Space wise, you can see the seats aren't exactly the biggest, but they're really comfy, nice leather with a 4-point harness in this one as well, so it does keep you really strapped in and feel really safe and secure. But there's not really much behind you, and these are a little bit plasticky, but they do the job. I've got a size 6 thin foot. That's the clutch, that's fully on the brake, and then that's on the accelerator. So you really haven't got much room to move there at all. This car in particular at Caterham Silverstone is up to 36,000. It's a 2020 plate with 8,500 miles on, so it's a relatively new car. So with it being the mid-level Caterham, I think that's a really fair price. You're getting a car that is more than capable on a track, but also more than capable on the roads. And looking at sort of things like the Aerial Atom, I think the Caterham is the reasonably priced track car. So for the door, you have 2 little flaps here. They just literally simply unclip and it folds up. But I'm gonna let you guys watch me try and get out because it's gonna be hilarious. Oh. God. Oh. Not quite the easiest. So it's a little bit harder than getting out. Ow. Oh. Ow. Because the exhaust is right next to you, I just caught my leg on it and it burnt. Ow. So like I was saying with the suspension, it's a D-on suspension, and I am so impressed because this is one of the most comfortable cars I've driven, especially for a track car. I love the fact you can see exactly where you're putting your wheels, and I bet when you're on track as well, it's just going to give you so much precision, which is going to give you seconds off of your lap time. I'm loving it. I am really loving this car. The more I drive it, the more I fall in love with it. And the more I've got like this burning sensation to take it on track. They're all about control, precision and finesse. And that is just the 360S summed up in 3 simple words. I couldn't put it better myself. practicality wise, it's not really a boot. You've got your foot well in the passenger, and that's if you're driving it on your own. So do you really buy this car as a daily? It's not really the market. So there's no point saying, oh yeah, don't get this car, it's not good for a daily, when 99% of people that will get a Caterham solely for track or a weekend drive. And Caterham have nailed it for their market. Are you ready? There's a Mustang behind, and I think that's pretty much the pinnacle of being polar opposite cars. But if that's the 2-litre version, it's pretty much the identical engine. But how do you get two polar opposite builds of a car? American versus British. He's got the V8, I'll let him off. I think he might just beat me in a drag race.
Also, a massive, massive thank you to Lotus and Caterham Silverstone for letting me loose in their Caterham 360S. They have some fantastic stuff in here, all things Lotus and Caterham. Whether you want to treat yourself to a new car or all your servicing and maintenance needs, be sure to check them out. Look at the mess I am now. Ow! So, to conclude my Caterham 360S review, they are fantastic. If you want a car that's going to make you smile, especially on a day like today where it's 26 degrees, it's sunny, the roads are dry, it's the perfect weekend car. And if you want it where it will still perform outstandingly on a track, Caterham have made that perfect car, especially with the S-Spec on it. Obviously, if you want to go a little bit more hardcore, you have got the R, or you can go for more power like the 620R with sequential gear shift. Caterham have offered so many different options, and I feel very fortunate from Lotus Silverstone that they've let me take this one out. And with it being the mid-range, I think it's given me the perfect sort of insight into what Caterham's about. It is just precision, finesse, and a whole lot of fun. But you guys know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.